iScopeMedia. Today we are talking about another important topic from the UP elections itself. That why is it considered a failure despite many other reasons for it not being considered as a failure? The state of Uttar Pradesh has all the attributes that could make it a political and an economic success story. Well, it has vast land, a large population with 204 million people and growing, perennial rivers like Ganga and the Yamuna, and a hard-working people. Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi, Charan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, VP Singh, Chandrasekhar and AP Vajpayee, also Narendra Modi, all the prime ministers were elected from UP. Yet for many years, UP has been considered a failed state. Now why that? When I say about failed state, let's first start talking about with the universally accepted human development indicators. Adding to the numbers on GSDP growth rate, a per capita income and the debt burden of the state. Adding to that the official survey data on health and education, and adding to that also the statistics on crime, unemployment and migration. If the sum total leaves off to a bitter taste, which is, it is called as a failed state. Let's have a look at this limping economy. The Congress was last in power in UP during 1980 to 1989. In the last 32 years, the state has been ruled by the three parties. One is BJP, the SP and the BSP. For the good and the bad, they must take responsibility. Mr. Adityanath has been the Chief Minister since March 2017. Well, here are the 3-point test of the performance is work, welfare and wealth of the state. Let's apply all these and test to the UP with a focus on macroeconomic data. Under Mr. Adityanath, mirroring the All India trend, the GSDP growth rate has steadily declined. The per capita income of UP is less than half of India's average income. Between 2017 to 18 and 2020 to 21, the per capita income actually shrank by 1.9%. Well, during the 4 years, the state added 40% to its debt. Let's move on and have a look at the numbers now. Well, by March 2021, the total debt stood at a close of rupees 6,62,891 crore, which was around 34.2% of the GSDP. According to Niti Aayog's Multidimensional Poverty Index report of 2021, the 37.9% of the people of the state are poor. In 12 districts, the ratio is over 50% and in 3 districts, it is 70%. The conclusion stare is one's face. UP is a poor state. Its people are poor and have become poorer under Mr. Adityanath's government, we can say. Well, now let's see on another important topic of UP, that is absent governance. Youth are the worst affected. The unemployment rate in UP is one of the highest in the country. Since April 2018, the unemployment rate for those aged between 15 to 29 years has been in double digits and above the all India rate for that age group. Among women, the age between 15 to 29 years, the unemployment rate in July to September 2020 was 40.8%. 1 out of the 4 youth in urban areas was unemployed as per the PLFS data for April 2018-March 2021. The result is migration out of UP. Well, according to the Journal of the Migration Affairs, March 2020, the UP had the largest number of interstate out-migrants, which is 12.32 million. That is 1 out of the 16 of the population. After the nationwide lockdown on March 25, 2020, we saw horrifying images of millions walking back to their homes, mainly in UP and Bihar. Being a poor state that is poorly governed, the state of the welfare is dismal. UP spends one of the lowest amount per capita on education. The pupil-teacher ratio is one of the highest among the states. UP needs 2,77,000 teachers to meet the shortfall. Well, according to the ASER 2021, a strategic 38.7% of the enrolled students were taking tuitions, reflecting the failure of the school system to address their learning needs. 1 out of the 8 students drops out at class 8 itself. The gross enrollment ratio at higher secondary level is 46.88% and at the college or university level is 25.3%. Well, the state of healthcare is no better in UP. UP's NMR with 35.7, IMR with 50.4 and under 5 mortality rate with 59.8 are well above the national average. The ratios of doctors with 0.64, nurses with 0.43 and paramedics with 1.38 are well below the national average again. There are only 13 beds in the district hospitals for per 1 lakh population. In the Niti Aayog Health Index, in 4 rounds ending 2019 to 20, UP ranked at the bottom. Now let's know, elections are going on, we know that currently, but after the elections, what will happen? Well, Mr. Adityanath's model of governance is deeply flawed. He speaks loudly and carries a big stick. The model is based on a dangerous mix of authoritarianism, caste hegemony, religious hatred, police excess, and gender violence. The political vocabulary is filled with words like encounter, bulldozer, and 80 versus 20. The BJP has the dubious distinction of trying to prove the hypothesis that religion is the opium of the masses. It seems the UP election is a bipolar fight between BJP and SP. The kind words exchanged between Mr. Amit Shah and Ms. Mayawati reveal the hidden plan currently. In a brave outreach, the Congress has pitched its flag and the symbol in all 403 constituencies. Those who vote for the change, even if they succeed, may find that there is no change after the election. Alas, we can conclude that we may not find an answer in 2022 to the questions in the title of this particular election. Well, this was all about why UP is still considered a failed state. Stay with us, we'll bring you more important topics to talk upon. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScopeMedia.